Hello and welcome back to what will hopefully be the final episode of my Let's Play of Pokemon Flora Sky in the last episode. In the last episode we were here and we caught Kyogre and Ho-Oh and Mew and Jirachi. We caught loads and loads of Pokemon. We did some really good work, and now we're here in Hotasita City. And if you're wondering why I'm here in Hotasita City, it's because we're heading over to Route Z. Because in Route Z there should be one of the final two challenges that we are yet to... oh no, we still have 3 challenges yet to do, but this is one of them, and this is finding this guy just here and talking to him. And he's going to actually just give us quest points straight away, and I think that's because we already found, I believe, if looking from what the various people on here say, they were saying that the stuff online, what it's saying is that you have to find some rare coral or some different coral, and it's located here in, it's located on Route AC. So obviously I'd actually managed to find that coral beforehand. Sorry, I'm not actually able to show you it. I don't remember getting it. But yes, no, we found that coral and we showed it to him and he gives us the quest points. So now, another thing we want to try and do is hopefully we should actually be able to find a Wingull in one of these houses here in Hotasita City. The reason that is that the guy in Malias sent his Wingull off, and now obviously it's found this person in Hotasita. I had to look up that it was obviously in Hotasita, and now we can actually fly back to Malias, and we can actually talk to the guy in one of the houses here, and he should give us quest points for ensuring that the mail travels safely between the two people there, which is rather nice. There we go. You. Okay, so we've got to hit you. Okay, so we get a mental herb, and we get the quest clear. Okay, cool, sweet. So you just need to talk to him, you get the mental herb, and then we're done. So now, what's the next thing for us to do? Well, the next thing for us to do is to head to the forest entrance and head into the polar forest, so that we can hopefully find the second statue for Celebi, and also find Giratina. Max repels are certainly going to be required here, because if I remember correctly, the polar forest is a massive area. Absolutely huge. And hopefully, as we actually hit a trainer that we probably never actually hit before, just by accident. Obviously, being over double his levels is meaning that, you know, these battles will not be in any way a problem for us. So here we go, Polar Forest. So obviously we're looking for a statue of Celebi. What on earth is this? Have I even been here? Okay, so this is just a rest house. It may well be that actually the Celebi statue is in a completely different area of the forest to the section that we actually needed to go down in order to get the story moving along. Ah, no, there it is, Celebi statue. You found me. A few months ago in this forest, I opened the gate that connects to the Torn World because I want you to save my friend Shaman, and you did it. As I promised, I will repay you. I want to join your party. Do you agree? Okay, so essentially, in order to get Celebi, we need to have a free slot, which kind of sucks. Because that means I'll actually have to come back here. But at least it's not that long a walk, to be fair. And then we actually have the path that we're meant to take, which is another item, Hyper Potion, cool, which is down this way, and this leads us to, I'm pretty sure this is what where we're meant to be heading. Because we have to head all the way back to... okay, hello, Murkrow, like, come on, do we really have to battle you? I wonder if these trainers are just sort of I'm not entirely sure why we're having to battle these guys, but anyway. I'm sure we have already been this way. Yes, we've definitely been this way. I recognise this. For it being incredibly annoying. It's a very long dungeon, this, actually. Which I can definitely appreciate. Sort of the need to keep things complicated and lengthy. It just doesn't stop the fact that it can be a little annoying, especially if you get lost. Okay, I'm just glad that I've actually got a half-decent memory for these sort of things, so I do actually remember where we were. Okay, so we go into the Torn World. Hopefully here in the Torn World we can find ourselves a Giratina. There you are, look at that. Looking fearsome as ever. We'll need Rapidash, I think. So, here we go, Wild Giratina at level 55, which is a rather interesting level. Our 100th save state is here, and we will flamethrower you. So, you digging a hole is essentially using Shadow Force. Obviously that doesn't affect you, because I'm an idiot. So if we just go back to the start. Does Bounce have a chance to paralyze? I can never remember. Yes, there we go. Okay, so we get the paralysis, which is awesome. And you're paralyzed. So now, as you can see, I bought a hell of a load more Ultra Balls while we were in Hotasita, just because I knew that we were going to be doing a lot of trying to catch a Pokemon. So hopefully Giratina will not be like Kyogre and will actually stay in the ball. Although at the moment this is not particularly... Yeah. I think paralysis is obviously not the best... obviously, as you can see, we can afford to actually, like, we get like 3 goes with it here. I should get even more if he gets paralyzed. There we go, we catch ourselves a Giratina, the renegade Pokemon. It was banished for its violence. It silently gazed upon the old world from the distortion world. Cool! So, that is Giratina. We can now hopefully return. This is where I wish I had a Pokemon that knew Dig. But unfortunately, we do not have a Pokemon that can dig our way out of it. Do I actually have any escape ropes? It would be amazing if I did. No. So once more, we're going to have to make our way back through the Polar Forest and its endless windings. But there you go. So that is how you catch. That's how you get Giratina. As we see another trainer, which I'm assuming must have battled. I like how even in the rain, flamethrower. It's not enough to take out a knockdown. Okay. Which is a little disappointing, let's be honest. There you go, crit. Screw you. That's just something that we'd missed, maybe. This is a vast area, so there's a significant chance that I probably missed a load of things first time around. And indeed, you don't actually have to go back through this area, because I believe once you rescue Shaman, Shaman, you end up being teleported back, potentially by Sky or Flash or something like that. Anyway, enough of me trying to remember the story. We will zip back to as soon as it wears off. Another trainer with a cast form, which is going to turn into Rainy cast form. But so it's not very effective for me. You get a Carlos just looking there. Yeah, these are all trainers that you sort of had nothing to do with last time. Okay, so we arrive back into the other section of the polar forest. We can zip around and down. Is it around here? The exit? There it is. Sweet. Good work. Okay, so if we deposit in our Waylord, that doesn't mean we can't surf, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So, we'll now get Celebi to join our party. So we get the Celebi, wonderful. I'm just eating up my max repels, as you would probably expect at this point. Oh, it's almost perfect. Yes, there we go, sweet. Okay, so now we have a level 30 Celebi to join the party. So now, I believe we only have a very small number of things left to do. One of those things is finish off the quests, so we need to head over to Honey Village at one point, and also we need to catch Dialga, which is located actually very close to here in Mount Full Moon, which is located this way. Now, we might not actually have everything for that, because if I remember correctly, Mount Full Moon is a mess of... yes, you. Yeah, Mount Full Moon is a mess of strength puzzles and stuff like that. I believe it's in here. Mount Full Moon. Here we go. I do not know how we triggered the Dialga to appear, I will say, but I'm pretty sure. I wonder if we can catch Cresselia. I'm sure we saw Cresselia right at the start. So I wonder how that works. This is why we have Monferno on the team for Flash. I'm sure I've searched the vast majority of this, so I might just actually quickly look this up, just to be swift. Although, I know where it is. Is that I reckon it's because we needed rock climb, and we don't actually have rock climb. We didn't have rock climb last time we were here, so in that case, I might also want to grab Marill. I mean, obviously, you know that Waylord is my rock climb Pokemon, but I think we might just want to get Marill as well, just in case we need to, like. I think there were some waterfalls inside here as well. So if we store you in Route Box 5 and we withdraw out Marill. Okay, so yes. So we're going to use a Max Repel, we're going to go to our Pokemon, and we're going to use Flash. So many HMs, it is ridiculous. So if we're... yes, okay, so there is an area where we can surf, there is an area where we can use Waterfall. It's not this area that we need to get to, it's around here, I'm sure. It's not there we need to get to. No, bag. So where did we just come from? That's not right. That's where we came from. Over here. If we head up here, we said that that wasn't right. Okay, sorry. Just a bit lost. And we said that that's not right. So where the frick do we go? Do we go down? Yes, because it's a slightly different area. Yeah, because now we can actually go into here. And then do we surf some more, or do we climb? Okay, so now we're outside. Hopefully, yeah. So you can see we want to get to there because over there is an area where we can actually use rock climb to actually get the frick out of here. Is this at the top? No, this is where we needed to use the orbs. So this isn't right. That's annoying. Flash. Jesus, this is confusing. I don't want to drop down for fear of just triggering all hell breaks loose. I don't want to go down again. So we have to choose one point to go down. Say this one. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. So flash. Where on earth am I? I'm at the top upper layer. We exit through here. That was just an item. Jesus, this place is big. Oh, wow. Okay. So, and these rocks were blocking just the path to the waterfall. Yes. Okay. So essentially on the same level as there. Pokemon. No. Bag. Max repel. Hit. Okay. So in that case, we want to go down. No, that's a dead end. Yes. Okay. Cool. So we do actually want to head up, like we were. And head this way. And then if you head out, end up there, or another dead end. So if we head out, we have to go up there. I'm going to end up running out of max repels, and I have like 30 of them. Come on, be outside. How did we end up back here? That's not what I wanted. Oh man. Okay, sorry. It will definitely work out where this is. So what they're saying is that we actually don't want to climb out there. So we actually want to... There's another area. Here, where if we actually head south and exit here, that enables us to get to here, which will give us... Oh, you are kidding me. I'm so sorry. Of course, the one Pokemon that I take out of my team is the one Pokemon that knows fucking Rock Climb. I am very sorry about that. Hopefully this will be faster. I doubt it for some reason, oddly enough. So flash, bag, repel. We're definitely heading up, we head down, we head into there, we... Okay, now we head down into... No, it wasn't down there. Cool. Oh, I'm making the same mistakes again, sorry. And this is just after I said I'm glad I had a good memory for these sort of things, obviously. Okay, come on. Is it? Yes. Okay, good. So that allows us to get to here. we can now finally rock climb. We can use rock climb to get down. And enter. And now we can use flash. And go through here. And hopefully this is where our frickin' legendary encounter will be. So, here we go. There you are, Dialga, thank God. So, we climb up here. Dialga waits before us. Let's take it on. So, Dialga appears, level 70, we will Earthquake you. Which is super effective, and does not take you out, wonderful. We will save the game, and we will start chucking Ultra Balls. Roar of Time is a Dragon type move, I believe. We need to save the game here. Always forget that. So, Ultra Ball, come on. So finally we reach Dialga. We're just going to continue to try and catch you. Whoops, 103. This is the issue when you don't have any any useful status moves. We're just going to have to continue to throw Ultra Balls at. Hopefully it can't get worse than Kyogre was though, so that's always a good sign. Come on. Have I been premature in saying that? Come on. So I don't know whether Palkia is actually available in this game. Everything that all the information that I currently have about the legendaries of this game currently says that it's not, which does kind of surprise me. But that might just be the way it is. Because obviously, if you'd expect if Giratina and Dialga are available, then Palkia should be available as well. But it might be something that there are two versions of this game. You obviously have the Complement Dex version, which essentially has the vast majority of Pokemon that aren't in this game. And so it may well be that in the Complement Dex version, say you catch Palkia instead of Dialga. Also interesting that obviously we saw Giratina very early on, sorry, Cresselia very early on, but we actually haven't had any indication that we'd actually be able to catch it. Come on, Dialga. I seem to remember people complaining that, like, you know, obviously, one thing that people have been complaining about is obviously catching legends becoming part of, like, the main storyline. Like, you actually have to catch the legend in order to continue the story. And I can appreciate that. Because it usually means that the legend ends up having a very high catch rate relative to, like, most, like, other legends and stuff like that. And, you know, you don't want legendary Pokemon to have high catch rates. I mean, this is obviously frustrating, me doing this over and over and over and over again. But eventually, it should give us a result. Now, some point in the future. The issue is I don't think I can attack it at all afterwards. I don't think Dialga gets anything to heal itself with unless it's got rest. So obviously we could scout for rest. It does just seem to want to Roar of Time me, which is fine. It must recharge. Okay, so if you Roar of Time, that gives me 3 attacks. 3 times. 3 attempts. As you can see, none of them. This is a pain. It's obviously just a very low chance, and you know you've just got to keep persevering, keep persevering. If I had something to put it to sleep, if I had something to paralyze. Well, I have bounce, but I think bounce at this point kills it. This was the issue with using earthquake so readily early on. Should have thought about this situation being. The only attack I think it wouldn't die from is maybe Fury Cutter from Ninjas. Come on, come on. I don't know, what can I do here? I mean, I've got Monferno as well, actually, so you can just sort of sack to Roar of Time. But yeah, you look at like my other Pokemon, it's like... Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can actually lower this guy's attack anymore, unfortunately. Which is fine, obviously. You know, I'm not necessarily needing to catch this. It would just be, like, given that we've caught everything else, is what I mean. It would be nice to catch it. Are you going to stay in the ball? Because obviously we could just feint out. We could do a lot of different things to actually ensure that this works. But we'll try a few more times, and then I think we'll just give up because I think the important thing is that we've seen where it is. We know what's going on. We tried to catch it. It didn't work. I'm not too upset about that, I will say. Worse things have happened, so... 5 more tries, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5. Okay, cool. Well, that is it. Dialga has chosen not to come with us. Of course. I forgot that would be left and right. Well, we're not going to let our slacking actually die. So there we go. Down goes the Dialga. We're just going to finish it off. Bit disappointing to obviously end that way, but nothing we could really actually do about that. It was rather persistent that it didn't want to come with us. So there we go. So. That is Dialga, which really limits what else do we actually have to do. So, yeah, no, all we have a lot now is... I mean, there are still a fair few legends for us to actually encounter. So what we'll do is we will go to TAs, we will heal everyone up, and then we'll go to Honey Village to finally finish off this last quest. So, we'll teleport to Golden City. We will head into Golden Station. We will trigger one of our max repels. And essentially, so... so what the thing was here was that we needed to actually help Wally with his stuff. Help Wally with a party that he was putting on, and one of the things involved in that where do we get a Lumberry? So one of the things we need, I have looked ahead to see what we're actually going to need, is We need moo milk, and we need lemonade. I know where we can get lemonade. We need to find moo milk. Okay, so there's one thing that we need to do over there. That's one way of getting it. The other thing is we also need to know where. So, unfortunately, we have more things to do that I wasn't quite aware of. So, we need to head over to the Festa Zone, which means we need to go to TAs, and we need to head down to the ship. Sorry about this, wasn't quite prepared. We're going to say... there's none of those. Charcoals, yes. No. We want to go to the Festa Zone. The reason we want to head to the Festa Zone is that one of these challenges is a Viking challenge. And the Viking challenge we need to do to get a Lumberry. The Lumberry allows us to heal the Mill Tank. The Mill Tank being healed allows us to... Do I not have a bike? I'm sure I have a bike. So apparently I need to do this in under 30 seconds with less than 10 collisions. Number of collisions 2, time 11, your technique is remarkable, here is your reward, we get a staff berry. I still think, I'm pretty sure they said that this is where we can get Lumberries, so maybe I was too good. We get a Lumberry, there we go, sweets. Okay, cool, that's all we needed. So now we can fly. That was a bit of a pain. So we now can fly over to... So we need to fly over to TAs. I don't know why I choose TAs, it's just, you know, it's a teleport thing. We need to go to Golden City. We now need to head over to the farm once more. So okay, we can avoid the majority of the counters anyway, which, without actually needing to use stuff, which is good. So we feed you a Lumberry, you're super happy. We get moo milk. Did I get 5 or did I just get moo milk? Tell me I got 5. 5 moo milk, sweet. Okay, cool. So that is that. We now need to fly back to TAs. And we need to go to the top of the department store so we can buy some lemonade. So we need to go here and need to... Oh, the bag is full. There we go. We need to do that. Just going to buy 10 just to be sure. I'm pretty sure it's just 5. Cool. So now that's that. We can now head down to the bottom, and now we need to head to Wally's house, which I believe is in Malias, I think. So we'll head over to Malias, and hopefully we can find Wally's. I might be wrong. Wally might not live around here. Malias Library. Doesn't look like it actually. So where does Wally live is the question. Unless that's Wally's house. Sky's house. Ah, it's on Charpos, that was it. There we go. So we need to fly to Charpos. Wally's house, there we go. So we need to talk to you. I'm going to organise a party. 5 lemonades, mimos, lava cookies, and rare candies. That's everything we have. Party. Would you like let me go into adventure? I think we should let our son go. So everyone's essentially allowing Wally to leave on an adventure, which is really good. Now we can fly back to Honey Village, which is where the quest giver was. So we need to teleport over to Golden City. We need to head all the way back to Honey Village and talk to the guy there, and then that should be done. Go away, Staravia, please. So we need to head down. Is it in this building? That's going to be. Oh, it was in one of these fields, wasn't it? Wasn't in there. I'm sure it was in one of the fields, I think. Get my marrow. I think it was in this build. Yeah, just here. So we head over to you. We get your quest points. Sweet. So finally, now what we want to do is we want to go back to TA's of all the places, and we need to head over to the Challenge Island. Head over to the Challenge Island. We can now head straight through Gloomist Forest and go to the Challenge Factory. Look at our all of the stuff that we've earned. The quest points, that is, and then we can use them to get us some tickets, which will allow us to go to even more locations where legendary Pokemon are. Go up here, sweet, so you. So we currently have 200 quest points. We can now talk to you, upstairs. Exchange them with the director. Sweet. Okay, so we get the rare ticket. We get the Mystic ticket. We get the Aurora ticket, and we get the old sea map. And obviously, as he said, he needs 500 for each. Obviously, we had all of that. We had 2,000, or maybe you needed 50 per quest, and we had 200, so that's good. We can now fly back. We could fly back, but one of the things that I do want to do actually from here is I want to head to A, because one last thing that we can do is we can try and catch Arceus, who I believe is on the A path, which is this way. So, let's just quickly find out what's going on here. So, A area, we need to head to A area, which is located at the end of this path, and then we just need to head to the Cave of Origin, I think. I'm assuming that because we have the unknown symbols and stuff like that, that will allow us to actually catch Arceus. There's some unknowns. There we go. We can use that symbol. It means the original one, Cave of Origin. We meet again. You are in the secret chamber of the cave. The pictures in this wall look familiar, right? If you can decipher it, the original one will be waiting for you at the Hall of Origin. Do you think we share the same destiny? Maybe not. You aren't me. I sense a different thing in your mind. Good luck. So, we see Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. We see Groudon and Kyogre. We see Mew. How do we unlock that, then, is the question. Maybe we need them in our party, all of those. That may well be the case, but then in that case we actually need Palkia. I still have no idea where we can catch Palkia. Is Palkia found in Flora Sky? Yes, it looks like it is actually. So we have obviously Shaman, Latios, Giratina, remaining Eon Pokemon. No, it isn't actually. So all we need to do is we just need to have acquired. All we need to do is have acquired the Pokemon that we've already got. So all I need to do is go to the nearest Pokemon Center, which I'm assuming. Yes, thank God. Okay. So if we deposit in our and we withdraw out our legends, being Groudon, Kyogre, Giratina, Mew, and then this might actually be a load of bollocks what I'm doing currently, actually. You need to be moved. Ho-Oh does not deserve its to be in that box. It should be in this box. Oh yeah, I didn't catch Dialga. Oh shoot. I just realised I didn't catch Dialga, so are we screwed? I guess it's still a puzzle. So maybe we just need to solve a puzzle. So the space orb is shining. Apparently if we do it in this order, so 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, there you go. Okay, so now we have to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2. There we go. So we are here at the Hall of Origin. There is Arceus at level 80 and ready to be fought and potentially defeated. We are once again going to save. We'll see if we can catch it. Obviously, given what happened with Giratina, that is no problem if we do not. So he goes for the Judgment. And the Hyper Beam that takes me out. Go on, Groudon. Jeez. This is literally nothing to me. So what I might do is I might just... Yeah, let's go back to the here. Ice is super effective for some reason. Okay. What? Which? Maybe it's like Dragon type? Why is Ice super effective? There we go! We catch ourselves an Arceus. Thank God that was easy. Arceus, the alpha Pokemon, it is said to have emerged from an egg in a place where there was nothing, and then shaped the world. We will not give a nickname to our Arceus. There we go. Thank goodness. So, that is the Cave of Origin done. That is Arceus Court, or Arceus, whatever. I prefer Arceus, I don't know why. And now, we have the last thing to do, which is to... so what we now need to do is we should withdraw out our Starly, Oops, withdraw. Okay, fine. Need to deposit. We need you, we need you, we need you, and most importantly, we need you. So, let us see what we can do. We're going to fly over to TA's once more. We now have all of these tickets. We're going to try and use these tickets to try and access the various Pokemon that we haven't yet caught. It doesn't look like it's here, so obviously this is Charpos, so maybe it's from Charpos that we can do it. So, where do we use the tickets is the question. So in this game, frickin' Arceus is Dragon Normal. That's why Ice was super effective against it. So we've caught pretty much every single one, aside from Dialga. It looks like you can also catch... it looks like you can also catch Cresselia if you find it in Mount Full Moon. That massive maze. There is obviously another rock climb path there, and apparently you can also catch Cresselia there. You can obviously also catch Rayquaza, something else that we haven't done, which is located back at the top of the Sky Pillar, wherever you get it. The other legendaries that we will be able to find, just so you know, the other legendaries that we'll be able to find through the caves are Keldeo, Lugia, Deoxys, and Mewtwo. Those are found on Outcast Island, Naval Rock, Birth Island, and the Abandoned Island, respectively. Additionally, on the Outcast Island, apparently you can also catch the Johto starters, which haven't been available yet, and also you can find Lapras and Leafeon as well. The one thing I need to do is find how we actually access them. So tickets, Flora Sky, how does it work? So apparently it should be talk to Mr. April at the Charpos Harbour. Is that you? Are you Mr. April? No. So Charpos Harbour. Is this Charpos Harbour? Yes, it is. Okay, so maybe it's not you, but we actually have to talk to him. I'm just trying to work out how this works. Apparently we should just be here in Charpos, but apparently this doesn't work. Yeah, apparently all you need to do is talk to Mr. April at the Charpos Harbour, and apparently it should work. But as you can see, we can't see Mr. April there. So hopefully that would work for you guys. I'm not entirely sure what to do now. I don't know if Mr. April has his own house around here. But there we go. I mean, it's not too much of a loss as again, like I said, it's literally just more and more legendary Pokemon. And to be honest, I've kind of had enough of catching legendary Pokemon in this game. I think it's cool to have legendary Pokemon incorporated into a story, but a lot of the time when they're sort of just like treasures to sort of just be caught at the end of the story rather than actually being part of the story, that kind of annoys me. I much prefer having like meaningful captures to these stories and stuff like that. Also, you know, to some extent, you like see these legendary Pokemon. I almost want them not to be capturable. Almost want them to sort of, you know, be so powerful and mystical and impressive that you could never catch them, and they can't be withheld within the confines of a tiny weeny Pokeball. So, unfortunately, it looks like we're not actually going to be able to... doesn't look like we're going to be able to fully complete this. Again, I don't know why that's the case, but there's nothing really we can do about that. As we'll just quickly finish off this guy's the champ. I would love to find Mr. April and just talk to him, see if that triggers it, but I don't know where we'd find it. I don't know where he is. So yeah, it's so that is going to be it for this Let's Play. I think I've really enjoyed this. I've enjoyed a lot of this game. It's been a great Pokemon game, and I've really enjoyed playing an awful lot of it. It's the story. It obviously has been stretched over quite a long time now, this playthrough, so I can't really give a full description of everything, but one of the things I do really enjoy, I have really enjoyed the post-game, and the fact that there is a large, in-depth post-game, slightly too sort of based around like catching legendaries and stuff for my preference, but I know that that is a preference, obviously, and you know, I hopefully a lot of you, I mean, obviously this is relatively an old hack now, but if you've ever wondered, should I play this, is it worth it? My guess would, I would say yes. I think it's definitely worth playing. I think it's definitely a very fun hack to play, and it's a very impressive hack as well, just being able to put all of these Pokemon in and all this sort of stuff. It's a real undertaking. But there we go, that is our final team of Wailord, Dusknoir, Rapidash, Slacking, obviously our Ninjask, and our... what else was on that team? Come on. Quickly, before you get there, remember. Gallade, that's it, there you go. Can't pretend that I didn't see it, his little sprite there. So there we go, our team, our final team of... Wailord, Dusknoir, Rapidash, Slacking, Ninjask. It's been a pretty fun team to work around with. It's not been sort of as gimmicky as other teams. It's just sort of been very much sort of swapping between which Pokemon is strong against others. But no, it's been fun, and yeah, I hope to see you on the next series on this channel, whatever it may be. Now that this is done, we can obviously start something new, Pokemon related, which is cool. There are lots of other really good Pokemon hacks that I'm interested in. I'm hopefully going to do something slightly different to along this lines, just because I'm really interested to sort of you know, keep things sort of moving on this channel, and I don't want to get tired of like playing the same sort of games. That is, you know, if we could play something very different, then that would be a lot of fun. So, but anyway, I hope you have enjoyed the series as a whole. Sorry we didn't get to catch those last few Pokemon. But I'm sure it should work. I'm sure it's probably just something I've messed up. But yeah, and obviously, you know, we didn't catch the Dialga, so can't really catch every Pokemon. Well, we could, but we're not going to. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this series, and I hope you will join me on the next series. Hope to see you then.